Good morning. This is Heather. I'm with Color Street, and like I'm saying here, this is for my grandmother. We're obviously, everybody's quarantined right now, and so people who can't go out to get their nails done at the salon, it's helpful to have these on hand so you can fill in as the gaps are growing out on your nails, things like that. My grandmother does go get her nails done, so she called me this week, or messaged me rather, and said, hey, do you have that nail polish stuff? Because she can't get to the salon. So I mailed it to her. She should be receiving it today in the mail, and I told her I'd do a video so she can watch and see how to apply. So I'm going to do Color Street 101 for people who have not seen Color Street before, have nothing, no idea how it works, anything like that. That's what this video is going to be. So that way my grandmother can see and walk through the steps. And for other people, maybe you've never used Color Street before and this is your first time and you just kind of want to see how to put it on. You're only going to use it during this situation when the salons are shut down, and that's totally fine. It's really, really great to be able to have this to fall back on. It does cover if you have acrylics, gels, that kind of thing, if you do dip nails, as you have the growth that goes out and there's the gap that's there, this is going to be able to go straight over top of that and cover any gap and any growth during this time right now. So the very first thing that you're going to want to do is make sure that your nails are prepped and they're clean. So make sure you've done any filing of your nails. If you have nail polish on your nails, go ahead and remove that. Now, if you do have acrylics or if you have gel, you want to use non-acetone remover to get rid of your nail polish that's on your nails. Otherwise, you will risk lifting your acrylics and getting them to come off. So what you want to do is go ahead and use non-acetone. If all you have at home is acetone remover, then go ahead and take a Q-tip, dip it into your acetone nail polish remover, and just gently go over top and just make sure that, you know, where there's chipping or anything like that for your nail polish, you just want to kind of smooth that out. You don't have to worry about getting all your nail polish off. It's not going to cause a problem, anything like that. So after you've done your nail polish remover, go ahead, wash your hands with soap. Make sure your nails are very dry because you don't want to trap moisture on your nail beds underneath the polish. So once you have prepped all of your nails and you have them ready, if you have anything like, if you want to do, this is for example, is a keratin polish or anything like that. So you would paint that on any kind of like, if you want to do cuticle things or anything like that. This is a moisturizer that my sister gave me. So you would do anything like that way ahead of time. You don't want to do this kind of stuff right before you are applying your Color Street because this has, you know, moisturizer is going to create a lift. So make sure you file your nails. This is a glass nail file. I use glass because it's very, very fine grit. And basically nail files are like sandpaper. So you're going to want to get, you know, the finest grit that you can. And I found my nails have been healthier since switching to a glass nail file, but that, you know, is not anything you have to worry about now. Just a little tidbit. If you have a glass nail file, those are really great for your nails. So once your nails are prepped, they are clean, they are dry, you've washed your hands, you've dried your hands, whatever you need to do, you're going to grab your Color Street. So again, this is Color Street 101 for people who haven't seen it. Again, my grandmother, she knows I sell this stuff. She's never used it before. So hers should be arriving today. So there's different size packaging you'll find. The original size is going to be this size right here. It's just a small little package. Then they moved to this size packaging. And then just this past spring launch, they switched to this size. So all three sizes are different sizes, but they all include the same amount of strips. It has your prep pads, it has your nail files in there. All three of these, they may be different sizes, but whatever you get, it's the same stuff inside. So this is the newest packaging. You'll see it does come with French on there because we are launching in Canada this year. So exciting for people who are in Canada. And so you grab your package, and then we have two other different kind of packaging, which one is petite sizing, which is the skinnier nails. And then we have the pedicure, which is larger for toes. And of course you can use these on fingers or toes, doesn't matter. Okay, so your nails are clean, they're prepped, they're dry, you've done whatever you want to do. You have not moisturized right before this is about to happen. You should do that like the night before or any other time. So you will open your package. And I'm going to pick this one because I think this will be easy to see on the camera. And so you'll see in here, it comes with nail file. This is a prep pad, which is just an alcohol wipe. And it comes with your nail polish in this plastic sleeve. It's sealed to keep the air out of there. Tips, 2 tips. Be ready to do your nails because once you open this, it's real nail polish and it will start to dry out once it's open. So if you open it now, come back 3 hours from now, it will have started to dry out. It's real polish. Tip number 2, you want to make sure that these are room temperature. So if it's been in your mailbox and you want to do it when you first get inside, just like, you know, hold it against your body and warm it up because they'll go on much easier if it's slightly warmed against your body, not cold from being outside in the mailbox. So that's the tip about that. I don't remember what the second tip I was about to say was. Room temperature. Oh, so the room temperature and the be ready to do your nails because once you open it, they're ready to go. So the prep pad, I'm going to go ahead and show you what to do with that. Typically, I just wash my hands with soap. If your nails tend to be brittle and dry, skip the prep pad, just wash with soap, dry your nails. This is an alcohol wipe and it will dry your nails out more. But what this does is just to make sure to get the oil off of your nails. I tend to, like I said, I tend to avoid using this. I just wash my hands with soap. But just to show you, so you'll just wipe down your nails, make sure you get on the sides of each nail when you do it. And the other important thing is you want to make sure that your fingertips, you're going to be touching the nail strips. So you want to make sure that your fingertips don't have oil or lotions on it. Your body naturally produces oil, and you want to make sure there's no oil on your fingertips so it doesn't affect the strips, the sticky side. So go ahead and get mine really nice and good, and they're dry. Okay, so now my grandmother, I sent her, it's a plain, it's Giza Sands. It's a very neutral shade. It's all the same thing. I wanted to show you, so if you get one of the sets where there's different patterns on each one, you're going to want to think ahead and say, okay, well, these 2 are the largest. So usually these go like on your thumb or your big toe if you're doing your toes. Usually your middle finger is slightly wider, so you'll use like one of these. And down here, these are going to be skinny down here. So these are going to be the ones that you use on your pinky. So before you get started, kind of think out your pattern if you have one that has a pattern and try to decide how you're going to do your pattern. Most people do like the accent nail on their ring finger, but it just depends on what you want to do. You can totally make it whatever works for you. I'm going with this glitter right here because I feel like, you know, it's Easter weekend. It's kind of fun and springy and sparkly. So I'm going to go on this. Plus I have to do my toes. I haven't done my toes in a while, so it was time to change those up. And I figured this will be fun and sparkly on my toes. And you'll see they're double-ended. So both sides are the same, which I'm going to kind of show you here on this one. So see, there's a ribbon if you wear it this way. There's a ribbon if you wear it this way. So they are double-sided. My nails are shorter, so I'm able to do like half on this nail, half on this nail. And so I can get a manicure and a pedicure out of one set of strips. So I'm ready to apply. I'm going to go ahead and open these up and we'll show you the next thing here. And like I said, so my grandmother, she normally gets her nails done at the salon, which is totally fine. That's her time to do that. She enjoys that. But right now we have a lot of people, so maybe like your grandmother or your mother, she's home. She normally gets her nails done. You can order these, get them sent to her house. I do have some, I have a lot in stock actually. So if you want me to mail it to your grandmother, your mother, whatever, with a little note saying it's from you, I can do that. And then you can point them to this video so they can see easily how to apply. And this will be something to tide them over until salons open back up again. So when you open it up, there's 2 sets of 8. They're identical. Let's see, same sizes. And if you have longer nails, you're going to use just, you know, like this one would be for this nail and this one would be for this nail. I have short nails, so like I said, I can get a manicure and a pedicure out of these 16, even though I have 20 nails, obviously. 16 strips, I can get manicure and a pedicure. You want to start from your pinky and work your way in on your nails because you're going to be using your thumbs and your fingers to apply, so just save those for last. So you're going to size them out, and by doing that, so you just hold it up and you see if it'll fit. This is the smallest. I have wide nails. So the smallest one you'll see is going to be too small for my pinky. I know I saved this for my pinky toe. So I'm just going to set that one aside. And then I go to the second one in, which I know fits my pinky because I've done this a lot. So when you see, there's this plastic cover, and you're just going to take that off. That's just a plastic protective coat. And then there's this little silver tab right here that you're going to lift up. And then this is your actual nail polish. You'll see it's kind of flexible. You can smell it. Smells like nail polish. It's not, you know, super strong, but I usually take off this little tab that's right here. You just pull off the little silver tab, and then both sides are rounded. You can use either side at that point. And again, I do it that way because I get a manicure and a pedicure out of both nails. And then what you'll do, let me stand up so I can get the camera really good here. Let's see. All right. So you're going to apply it close to your cuticle, but not on your cuticle. I hope you can see that there. So you'll see it's not on my cuticle, it's close to it. And then I'll just kind of stretch it to either side of there a little bit. And at this point, it's not all the way down. If I need to, if I put it on crooked, you can just lift it up and reposition it. So what you could do now is you can either take your nail file and go straight down and separate it, which is fine. You can pinch in your sides towards each other and then pull down. I just take my thumbnail and go right along like this and separate it at the end, like that. And then I push down, make sure it's on there really nicely. And I use this other half because my pinky nails are basically the same size. And I come over here to this nail and I do the same thing where I lay it on there gently. If it was crooked right now, I would reposition it, but I have it straight. So I'll go ahead and push it down on there. And again, I just go straight down along there and separate it. So it's that easy. And if you have acrylics or gels, you would just do the same thing where you go down along your cuticle and it'll cover that gap, that grow out gap from where your gel or your acrylics have started to grow out. So let me show you real quick with the nail file. I'll just use this one here. So if you were doing with your nail file, you would go down like this to separate. You don't want to go back and forth. You're not filing your nail. You're just gently causing a little perforation there. And then it just gets off that little bit of excess there. So you'll see that quickly. And these two are painted. They're done. They're dry. If I had to go change a diaper, if I had to go to the bathroom, if I had to go, take something out of the oven, it doesn't matter. You can stop right now. Go do what you need to do. This is dry nail polish. Now you do want to wait to wash your hands because it's like 97% dry. The bottom has to be left a little bit sticky so that it can stick to your nail. So you want to wait 10 minutes, 15 minutes before you wash your hands, put lotion on, anything like that for this bottom layer to dry to your nail. So I've done my first two nails. I'll go back to my thing here. The next one in, I will use for my ring finger. If you have a pattern, again, you just base it on whatever you want your pattern to be. So again, you're going to take off your clear coat, which is just the protective little layer. You pull off your polish. I pull off the tab because I use both sides. Again, I'm going to get a manicure and a pedicure out of this. And you go to your next one. Actually, I'm going to do this one on my pointer finger because my ring finger is a little bit wider. So again, if I had to reposition it right now, mine's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and push it down. And then I go right along with my nail and separate it. So it is that easy. And I'm curious, if you have never done Color Street before, let me know. I do have sets here in my possession that I can stick in the mail today for you. If you're local to Hagerstown, Maryland, I do porch pickup, or I can drop it at your front porch. Our website has all the things that are in stock right now. See, that easy. and they are shipping out of New Jersey. These are made in the USA. They're made in New Jersey. They're shipped from New Jersey. And they are caught up on shipping. They were a little behind because they're working on a skeleton crew right now. You know, with all the things going on, they wanted to have less people there up against each other. So they do have less people, but they've caught up on shipping. They're doing a great job keeping things in stock. That easy. So yeah, I'm really proud of how well they've been keeping up with things. So put it on, smooth it down. And this is just so easy, so fast. Now there is, let me show you. If you have one that's too big on your nail and it's down along your cuticle. So let me go ahead and take this off. Let me show you again. So if you don't want to use your thumb, so see how all this extra is here at the tip. You just go right along like this and it creates that separation. And then you just go right along and pull it off. So if you have one that's too big and you have excess here, you don't want to leave any on your skin because your skin produces oil. So you are going to want to go right along either with your thumbnail. Let me stand up and see if you can see this better. So you would go right along with your thumbnail here in this crease, or you take the point of your nail file and you would just create a separation right here and you would get it off your skin. Because your skin produces oil, you don't want to leave it on there to, you know, get underneath there and cause left. So my middle finger, I burned myself. Sorry, that's what that's all about. But so my middle finger, I could do this one and kind of pull it to the sides and stretch it. These have a little bit of stretch, but I'm going to go ahead and do this one. So you just want to hold them up. See, and these separate real easy. You just go like this and separate them. So I'm going to use this one for my middle finger. So I'll skip, because again, I have really, really wide fingers. People who have more narrow nails, you would just go right along like this. So like for kid nails or whatever, you just go right along and separate it. Or you can go with the petite sets, which are more narrow. So for example, here's the two biggest of the regular set compared to the two biggest of those. And you'll see, you know, the regular are much wider and bigger. And these are thinner and slightly shorter. And this way you can make sure to get the whole pattern on your nail for some of like the different patterns. And then for the pedicure set, you'll see they are much wider. So people who have like really wide toe beds, the pedicure sets are going to be really good to do pedicures with. If you want to use these for your nails, that's fine. Because again, you just go right along like this and you make the separation and it fits exactly to what your nail is. So I was on my middle finger, which was this one right here. And I already got the clear cover off. So I'm hoping I'm making this simple. If you have any questions, let me know. Because again, I'm trying to do this for my grandmother so she can kind of see how to do this at home on her own. Normally I'd be able to go over there and do it for her and teach her, but right now everybody's got a quarantine, so I can't go over there. I did just mail it to her. So that easy, that's done. Come over here to this nail. And done. So this fast, we've been on here for just a couple minutes and my nails are almost pretty much painted. I just have my thumbs left and then they'll be done. When you're finished, you do want to go and just go ahead and just push down on your tips all the way around. Make sure that it's firmly on there. Like this, you want to make sure it's all the way on there good. You don't want to have any kind of lift, anything like that. And make sure that they're on there really connected good. So hopefully that'll be a tip. And so now I'm down to my thumb. And again, I have the two biggest ones. I save the biggest for my big toe if I'm doing my manicure and my pedicure. You do what works for you and your nail shape. So I'll do this one for my thumb. And I just take this off, lift it, and lift this off. I take off the little tab, and it's done. Now the first time that you do these, it might take a little bit longer because you're getting used to how to put it on straight, that kind of thing, but it's okay. See, just like that, push it down. Just be patient, practice with yourself. And it's okay if it's not perfect because it's not like you're going to go anywhere right now anyway. So just practice, make it look nice for yourself, be happy. You'll cover up that growth. You'll cover up, you know, if you have acrylics, it'll make it where it's not annoying for you to see that big gap that's there. And this is real nail polish. It will not mess up your powder dips, your acrylics, anything like that. It won't mess it up. Again, just make sure that you use non-acetone polish remover if you're really scrubbing your nails. If all you have is acetone remover, dip a Q-tip and gently go over your nail to smooth out that polish before you put this on top. It's real polish. If you have polish on there and you just want to go over top, that's not a big deal. You can do that. This is real polish. You can go over polish. You can go over acrylics. It can go over anything. So that quick, my nails are finished. They're sparkly. They're happy. And I'm going to go ahead and do my toes. I'm not going to do that here because it'll be hard to hold my foot up in the air and show you guys how to do your toes. But it's going to be the same thing. I have all of these left over right here. Let me get my extras. So I did my fingers and I still have a whole full set and I have these left. So I do a manicure and a pedicure now. Let's say my toes were done and I still had all these left and I wanted to save these for another manicure. Well, it's real polish. So the company recommends single use. So they give you so many just because some people have long nails. They're going to use these for all their nails because they have long nails. So it's single use, not recommended to reuse them. However, many of us like to be able to use them. I use for manicure and pedicure and I'm done. I'm fine. But if you have all these, you don't want to do your toes. A lot of people stick them back in the package, tape it shut, put it in a Ziploc baggie and store it in their freezer. And then when you want to reuse them, you would set them on the counter, let it come to room temperature, and then warm it against your body so that they're nice and pliable and use them. There's no guarantee that will work because, again, company says single use, but a lot of us are able to use these to extend it or do mixed manicures where, let's say, you want to mix this and this and come up with some cool creation. So you save your little extras to come up with mixed manicures, which is a lot of fun. So single use, if you want to try that, go ahead. I do it if I'm not gonna, save them. If I want to try like my stripes or dots that are the clear overlays, I'll only use a couple of those for accents. So a lot of times I'll put those in the freezer. But that is how to apply Color Street. That's all the basics. If you have any questions, let me know. And of course, this video is for my grandmother. So if you have any questions, just call me and I'll talk you through it. So let me know if this helped. If you have any questions I didn't answer, be sure to let me know. And again, if you have someone like your grandmother, your mom, your sister, whoever, who normally goes to get their nails done and you want to be able to send them, a pack of these to go ahead and get them through this quarantine time, let me know and I'll send them with a note from you saying, here's a gift. And then I'll tell them to come to this video here. So I hope you guys are having a great Easter weekend and that you're enjoying time with your family, and thanks for watching. Bye guys.